Hey guys, Antronus Prime here, bringing you a Generations Thunderwing review. Now this guy was 5th wave of the Generations line. He is a deluxe class Thunderwing. Now I instantly have a flaw in that this guy, because of his huge personality and the amount of time he had and spent within the US and UK comics, this guy clearly should have been a Voyage class, and I know there was a big controversy for when he was released, but nevertheless we have a very decent Thunderwing figure. Now to tell you a little bit about Thunderwing, he as a character is probably on par with the likes of Galvatron and Megatron in popularity. He's a natural leader. An interesting fact about him is he has a calling for the Matrix. In other words, he can bear the Matrix himself. He's one of the few Decepticons through the Transformers mythos that can actually do this. So he is a sort out character to follow up and learn about. Now onto his main figure. Paint apps is really good and his detailing is really impressive as well. On his paint apps side, we have this really nice gold piping on his legs, hips, some on his arms and his face mainly, which are really nice, and he sort of has this piping within his original character form within the comics. Other colours are this really nice sort of eco green, if you will. Just sort of brings the chest out and his piping areas a bit. He has a black app there just to break the whiteness up away. He also has blue that are on his wings, and this is a really nice colourful blue and really suits the Thunderwing figure as a whole. Now the colour of his plastic, he is like an off-white colour as he originally was. His arms and leg colours, however, is sort of a very olivey green. Now Thunderwing was originally sort of a grey, bluey kind of colour, or at least the original figure was, but in the comics he did sort of take this green up, so that's a nice touch. Now like I said, Thunderwing was originally a pretender shell, but this figure sort of totally gets rid of the pretender shell and we have a whole robot. Now I like that, for the fact that I know the Pretenders weren't popular as toys back in the 1986, so they were actually garbage, but I like to see the evolution of how the Transformers evolve, and it's really nice to see the Pretender shell being integrated into a solid robot mode. Now his detailing is really nice. He has this sort of samurai look still to him, but it has become more organic, and I suppose that's sort of with the sort of emergence of his Pretender shell into his robot mode. He also has this sort of Beast Wars sort of muscle definement going on. His arms are very sort of like he's working out on the weights, yeah, and he has this sort of calf and just a really natural human look going to it. Kibble wise, not his kibble as far as the wings go are part of what makes Thunderwing here. He has this large cockpit bit that is mainly the kibble on the back, but it's really nice and sort of you can bypass it as sort of a counterweight or a rocket pack. Now his weapons do come off and they are mounted on his wings if you so wish for storage. Now he can dual weld these. These are purple, and a really nice matted purple, very Decepticon sort of purpley if you like. And you can hold these in both arms if you want to be some kind of, I don't know, gunslinger. Now they are sprung missiles, and they fire very nice. These are like an orange missile, they're not like a flame or anything which you would expect coming from this transparent orange. Now the guns do have something nice, rather than just being a single weapon, where they can actually 2 on 2 and they can click together to make one big sort of rifle, which I think is really nice. You can hold it again to make it look more of a menacing big weapon. which is kind of a nice little touch, I think, to put to a weapon for a deluxe class. So overall aesthetics are really pleasing and really nice, and it's a really nice figure. Light piping, you got to look at that orange, same orange as used on the missiles. If we're getting close there, very nice for Thunderwing indeed. He sort of owns this orange, I think. Very evil, very ruthless. So this is Thunderwing in his jet mode. He is very sort of similar to a F-22 Raptor. I see you've got that sort of fin thing going on along with low cut wings. He has a orange cockpit visor, bit similar to Starscream, with a little tiny cockpit in there. This blue is really nice. I feel it works really well in jet mode along with the forward fins. However, the only thing I think personally that doesn't work is the plane itself is too plain. It's white and nothing else. It has this zigzaggy pattern on the back, and that's really it. You have a little Decepticon emblem, which is very rare within sort of the CUG line to see, and it's actually quite boring to look at, but it's just the shaping and the diversity of how it looks is nice. Underneath is a different story, because you've got the entire robot basically just tucked underneath. Not good, and I feel they could have done a lot more to work on this. A lot like the Seekers, like Starscream and Thundercracker and so on. They could have tucked the arms away most of all, because it looks like this is just hanging on to the upper paneling that makes the jet mode. You've got this sort of Cyclonus leg tuck going in, and his feet make the boosters. Missiles on the end, which are nice, they're big, and it looks a bit menacing, but at the same time, the underneath is just all underneath kibble. Not good at all. So the little gimmick that resides within this jet mode is located at the front here. He does have landing gear. I'll just pinpoint that out, that come out of his legs, and I shall put that down now, like so. Now this front nose cone is actually a reconnaissance drone. These are the two fins, and you can click it off like so. I just put that there. Now this is Thunderwing's reconnaissance drone. A nice little touch, nice little gimmick that just makes the plane mode a bit more feasible. It does have this light pipe and orange there. A little nice detail on the vents. Blue wings, which is a nice touch, and a fully painted back booster funnel. And this is just nice. It's a nice little touch. It doesn't compromise the plane mode at all. It makes it look more jet, if anything. But it tucks in nice and doesn't move around, it's firmly secure in there, which is a nice touch. But this is Thunderwing in this jet mode. I really like it. I think they could have done more with the underneath, but I like it. Transformation mode. Now Thunderwing's transformation is very simple indeed. It's very simple, just like the original CUG Seekers. It's a couple of folds out and a couple of pull down legs, and he is more or less robot mode entirely. Also, judging from his jet mode, he is more, it's just an external aesthetic where it's just a fold down the cockpit. Now articulation wise, this guy is really nice, but I do feel there's something missing when it comes to Thunderwing in articulation, but there's not, because he does everything right, apart from being very linear and very militarized in look. His articulation is very nice. He has this, with his head he has a full rotation of 360, but I'm not going to do it, and it's sort of angled down. His arms, however, are interfered by because of these elbow gun turrets on, the shoulder gun turrets on top, but they are sort of prohibited by his wing kibble, but it's not really a big thing. His upper arms have full 360 rotation, his wrists have full 360 rotation, and he has a nice strong 90-degree angle within his arms. His samurai sort of armor on his side of his hips come out a full 90 degrees. This coincides with his legs that can do a full 90 in all directions. Knees full 90 degrees, and you can put this guy in Van Damme splits if you wish. His feet are really nice and grounded. They sort of take from the Jetfire hoof but more evolved, which give him a really nice strong base. Now these shoulder mounted turrets have sort of a little angle, so you can either put them straight up if you wish or to the side. I like them straight out. But overall, this guy has a really nice, pleasing feel about the guy. If he feels right, even though he's only small for what the character portrays, he feels really solid, just really a nice figure to hold. But I do wish he was a bigger Voyager class, and I think all of us would agree on that. But this is Generations Thunderwing. Leave comments below what you think of this figure, and thank you for watching.